Yo, what's up guys? What is going on? Welcome back to the Simply Viral channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hopefully you're having a great day. Today we are jumping back into the world of Fortnite to take a look at some more Season 6 news, information, leaks, and rumors. This week, of course, is week 7, meaning a bunch of crazy new stuff is going to be coming to the game very shortly here. Season 7 is our crossover week. It is the biggest week of the entire season for Season 5 leading up to Season 6, and of course, this means we are going to be unlocking the Traveler skin and the road trip challenges can be finally completed, which a bunch of information is going to come from. We're going to see tons of different stuff unfolding before our eyes in the coming weeks, and we're going to be covering it all in this video. But before we get into that, if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the Simply Viral channel here with our channel notifications turned on. That way, every single time we upload a new video, YouTube will personally send you a message letting you know that a new video has just gone live. That way, you can be the first person to watch, to like, and of course, to comment on each and every new upload. Speaking of comments, if you guys are already a part of the notification squad, be sure to let us know down in the comments below by leaving a comment saying #notification squad or I subscribed for your chance to be featured in our daily video shoutout where you guys actually get your name and your comment on screen for a little bit. And last but not least, if you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, be sure to let us know by leaving a like rating on the slap the like button. It would be much appreciated. Now without further ado, let's go ahead, let's jump in and let's talk about some more Fortnite Season 6 leaks, rumors, and information. So for starters this week guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are in week 7, which is the biggest week of all of the Season 5 Battle Pass because it's going to let us unlock the road trip challenges, complete them, and then get ourselves the elusive, the super secret Traveler skin, or at least it's been rumored that the road trip skin is going to be titled the Traveler, and he will be coming to the Fortnite planet and the Fortnite island to help close the rifts and save the island from all the different portals floating around. Now this is super crazy in and of itself, that's big news, but we've covered it in the past. If you guys have seen the other Season 6 videos, you guys already know about that. Of course, since the Traveler will finally be able to be unlocked and will have the road trip challenges complete this week, that means all of the major storyline development and storyline info leading into Season 6 is going to start unfolding and being much more apparent and becoming much more apparent in the coming days and weeks, leading up to, of course, September 26th when Fortnite Season 6 officially launches alongside the 1-year anniversary for Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, with that being said, Week 7 is also super special for another reason. As of today, Epic Games actually tweeted out something leaning towards a big thing coming to the game, at least in my opinion. Something about this tweet just seems very fishy. Here's what Epic Games had to say earlier over on Twitter. Patch version 5.30 is right around the corner. It will release later this week on Thursday, August 23rd. Week 7 challenges will become available Friday, August 24th. Now, if you guys have been following the Battle Pass all season long, you guys will know that pretty much every single Thursday is when our weekly challenges are released. And typically, if we get an update on any given week, it'll happen either on Tuesday or Wednesday prior to the challenges obviously coming out on Thursday. So why is it different this week? This is what seems very fishy to me. The fact that it's week 7, of all weeks that the challenges aren't going to drop on a Thursday, it's week 7. As I mentioned, it's the most important week out of the entire Battle Pass because of the road trip challenges. So I think that perhaps we're getting our big update, and by big it's just another, obviously version 5 update. It's just up to 0.3 now, so it's not going to have anything too crazy in it, but it could potentially contain some secrets since it is dropping on a Thursday rather than a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's big enough to actually push back the challenges by a whole day, meaning the map might be changing quite a bit this week, or some other new information is being added to the game either via the game files or physically to the map in this update in version 5.30. And of course, if anything is being added to the game via game files or to the actual map this late into Season 5, it only will have to do with either the conclusion of Season 5 or the start or entirety of Season 6. Either way, it all comes together and has something to do with Season 6 in the long run. So what exactly could this update contain? Of course, we're not too sure yet, but obviously it's important enough to push the Week 7 challenges back to a Friday, which I also want to touch on because, of course, after week 7 challenges do unlock this week, that means we're going to have the chance to unlock the Traveler skin and see him for the very first time, similar to how in Season 4 we got the Blockbuster skin. After he was released, all the big storyline stuff started happening, of course with the rocket launch, and it all unfolded there. It is probably going to end up being the same thing this time around after we're finally able to get our hands on the road trip challenges, complete them, and see the Traveler skin for ourselves. We're going to have a better idea of what exactly is in store for the rest of Season 5 as well as the start of Season 6. So that is pretty big news in and of itself. But wait, there's more. We also got a pretty big update this game, and by pretty big I actually don't mean that big at all, but it's big enough in the grand scheme of things that it's important to talk about. You guys might all remember that earlier in the season, prior to all of the massive rifts in the sky and portals around the map, we actually got some different portals that were sucking things into them rather than letting us travel through them. Of course, it destroyed different things like the sign at Lonely Lodge, the Nom sign in Retail Row, the Durr Burger, and I think most importantly, the Tomato Head on top of the pizzeria in Tomato Town. Everyone thought Mr. Tomato Head, you know, our one true love, he was gone for good, banished forever into the dark pit of the unknown, right? Wrong. Tomato Head is actually back. If you guys have spent some time in Tomato Town the last couple of days, you guys might have noticed that on top of the pizzeria, we have a familiar face, or a head, I guess. But it's not the same old Tomato Head that we know and love. It's actually a much more battle-scarred, bruised, and beaten Tomato Head, which is actually just kind of depressing to think about and to look at. But at the end of the day, what matters here is that Mr. Tomato Head is back. He's once again returned to us. We have a soul to look to when we're in dark times, although it doesn't look like he's doing much better than us at this point. But what the theory is behind all of this is actually pretty interesting. So obviously there was a portal that originally appeared in Tomato Town. It sucked Tomato Head into it. Tomato Head was gone for a while. The pizzeria was looking pretty naked. It was pretty barren. And then another portal appeared on top of the pizzeria. This one sort of stayed around for a little bit, and then it disappeared, and in place came this Tomato Head, battle-scarred, bruised, beaten, and looking pretty down. This potentially could mean that we're going to see all of these items that were sucked through the initial portals return in the coming weeks, or potentially in Season 6, or on the other end of the spectrum, since Tomato Head was the first to return, and since then we haven't seen any other new portals arise, potentially Tomato Town is going to either disappear or be sucked into a portal or something. There's a bigger picture here that of course the general public and the general Fortnite community isn't too aware of and isn't too sure about yet, but Epic definitely has something planned here. Otherwise, Tomato Head would not just reappear looking very, very different. Now, personally, I think the chances lie better with the thought of Tomato Town being removed from the map come Season 6. It's been a pretty controversial topic for a while now, but Tomato Town just isn't that hot of a point of interest, especially when there's no Tomato Head to go and look at and, and praise. But Tomato Town just hasn't really been that great for a while now, especially with all these other POIs that we have on the map, especially when there's new ones added constantly with map updates. These older locations are sort of becoming less and less, especially Tomato Town because it's so small, the loot is pretty scarce, it's not an ideal place to land. I wouldn't be too upset if Tomato Town left, and I think, like I said, the chances lie better with Tomato Town being removed from the map than they would with all of the other items returning to the map that were initially sucked through portals way back at the start of all this. And I say that because, obviously, the other items that were sucked through the portals, the Lonely Lodge sign, that's not anything too crazy. No one was freaking out that much about that. Everyone was upset and up in arms about Tomato Head disappearing, though. You can tell where everyone's thoughts and opinions lie there. You know, the motel sign, once again, not too crazy important. Durr Burger was another pretty important one, but we have the Durr Burger head still on the map. It's just no longer on top of the burger joint in Greasy Grove. It's just shifted over to the mountain in between Pleasant Park and Loot Lake. So it's still on the map. It would be kind of weird if we then had that Durr Burger head there, and then maybe, a version similar to Tomato Head here that's more battle-scarred and bruised and beaten and much, much smaller than the original. I don't know. To me, that just seems a little bit weird. But on this point, honestly, who knows? We still have a couple of weeks left of Season 5, and let me tell you guys, a lot is going to happen in these coming weeks leading up to Season 6. Everything that we see added to the game in the coming weeks is going to have to do with Season 6 at one point or another. It's either going to be helping with the conclusion of Season 5, which is obviously going to help with the start of Season 6. So like I said earlier, at the end of the day, it all comes down and circles full circle back into Season 6. Everything is finally going to be revealed to us in the coming days and weeks, and hopefully you guys are excited. If you are, be sure to let us know. Slap a like on this video. We would greatly appreciate it. Of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with our channel notifications on. That way you never miss another upload. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have an awesome rest of your day, and we will catch you on the battle bus. Peace out.